It was a private meeting and we were not discussing in the sense of negotiating. We were familiarising ourselves with how the talks are progressing and setting out Labour's view that we would guarantee the rights of EU nationals to remain in Britain, that we think there must be a deal at the end of it, and that we want to protect jobs in Britain, and that we're standing up for the interests of people in Britain whose jobs very much depend on trade with the European Union. Well, she's the Prime Minister. I'm the leader of the opposition. We're here because I've been to a meeting of the European Socialist leaders earlier on today. We're here to understand the process. We're here to explain what Labour's position is so that we're better informed in Parliament. But I simply say to our government, it's not good enough all this time after the referendum to still not be able to tell us what's happening, what the position is, or what the outcome's going to be. EU nationals, European Union citizens who live in Britain are uncertain, companies are uncertain, manufacturing industries are uncertain, people that work in those industries are uncertain. There has to be certainty given to them. We have to pay what we're legally required to pay. We don't have to pay any more than that, but we have to make sure that we do fairly deal with the EU after we've been members for all this time, and clearly obligations have built up. But we're not in a position to negotiate those figures, and I can't give a figure on it. Well, I wouldn't be indulging in megaphone diplomacy. I would be listening very carefully to what's being said and very assertively standing up for the programmes that we have in Britain that we wish to see through, and also making sure that we do honour our obligations. After all, we have to treat people in an honourable way. Well, it's not a good thing if companies of any sort, manufacturing or service or anybody else, are thinking of leaving, and this really highlights the uncertainty surrounding the government's conduct of these negotiations. Here we are, now 15 months and more since the referendum, and still no real progress and still no real certainty, and it's up to the British government, and the Prime Minister is going to be here, or she's here already, to ensure that we do actually make progress and get on with the substantive negotiations, because you can't just have that uncertainty.